Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first, the first meeting of 2025 for the KubeStellar community. Today is January 9th, and Happy New Year to everybody joining us either live or recorded. Okay, so let's get this underway. The Contributor Code of Conduct. As members of the CNCF Sandbox project, we abide by a Contributor Code of Conduct, and I'll read it here. As contributors and maintainers in the CNCF community and in the interest of fostering an open and welcoming community, we pledge to respect all people who contribute to reporting issues, posting feature requests, updating documentation, submitting pull requests or patches, and other activities. We are committed to making participation in the CNCF community a harassment-free experience for everyone, regardless of level of experience, gender identity and expression, sexual orientation, disability, personal appearance, body size, ethnicity, race, age, religion, or nationality. Just means everybody just please be nice to each other. It's a good general rule. If you're joining us for the first time, you can get access to this agenda by going to kubestellar.io/join us. There's an underscore between the join and us. And to see this agenda, the agenda is actually at kubestellar.io/agenda. If you're looking for the agenda out there. This meeting will be posted, is being recorded. So if you're on audio or video and don't wish to be, please mute or take yourself off video. kubestellar.io/TV is our YouTube channel. That's where this meeting and all of our other meetings and artifacts are located. Please take a look when you can. All right, let's get things underway. All right, so please add your name to the agenda if you want to record that you are an attendee. Okay, so just at the end of last year, we had a review session with Carlos Santana, who is from AWS, but is also a CNCF member, and was able to do a nice review of KubeStellar. Pretty thorough, and he did a good job. It's up on our YouTube channel, as well as at the link that I'm noting here. Okay. Our latest alpha release is located at, let's see if I can find it here. Our latest alpha is 0260 alpha 3, and I believe alpha 4 is forthcoming for some updates that have been made fairly recently for artifacts, I believe for signed releases. Is that correct, Mike?
It's not about signing, it's just about suppressing the useless artifacts that we're currently attaching to each release.
All right, good. That's there. Good. And I think that's to line us up eventually to have, what's the name of those releases? Anyway, so I know we're gearing up for more PRs in that space. Okay.
Right, we're trying to get to, better scores on the stuff that evaluates this for, sort of normal rigor and including, security stuff. And currently we're being dinged on publishing archives that have problems, but we don't even need to publish those archives at all.
Right.
Additionally, we should be signing the things that we do want, which are container images and other OCI images containing Helm charts. So that's the signing issue, and that's a separate issue.
Right, and this is also what Mike's alluding to is sources such as, or sites such as, that provide information about security of projects, especially those in the open source arena and in CNCF, are called Clotributor and Clomonitor. And so those are specific areas where scores are kept, and we're scoring pretty high in those, but we could always benefit from improving those. So thank you, Mike. All right, the all-in-one demo environment, we have addition of K3D. There is some areas in the script that are right now under the knife, so we'll have updates to those in the coming days. Hopefully continue to have some level of asynchronous and efficient use of resources and time within that script. We'll see how that pans out. I'd like to use that as the baseline for the Galaxy projects, but have not gotten any further with that since before the new year. Some of the outstanding items, I believe, are addition of nodes to K3D on especially on Mac laptops, Mac M1. So there's some issues there, and hopefully we'll work through those in the months ahead. KubeStellar/UI was hatched just prior to the beginning of the new year. If you haven't already played with it, you should have a quick look. It's got rudimentary trimmings about reading configuration, especially kubeconfig, as well as grabbing back information about ITS and WDS installation or ITS and WDS availability. That's available to you now at KubeStellar/UI in github.com. We'll be continuously working on that in the months ahead to see if we can add more than just read capability. It would be nice to have maybe be able to create ITS or WDS or update or delete them. And so we'll see how that progresses. Upgrade campaign. Mike, do you have anything you want to update us on there?
Let's see. I think maybe no news since the last community meeting. No, it's something we've made some progress on and need to make more progress on.
Okay, very good.
I guess maybe the one thing I'll say is we had been held back pretty far by the OCM cluster, sorry, OCP. This is a OpenShift clusters we're using, which tends to lag behind Kubernetes a lot. But we did recently get an upgrade on those, so we can take one more step forward in Kubernetes release.
Very good. Okay. Okay, Braulio, you're up next. Performance testing. Anything you'd like to report?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm working on two PRs. So one is listed here on the channel. So I'm gonna add the next here soon. So the first PR is about the instruction to run the long dash experiment. There's PR 2064, and the other PR is just 266, 26 and 66. That one provides instruction how you can create the large scale infra to conduct performance tests of KubeStellar using AWS per se. So I'm working on the comments and that my Mike provides, and I'm hope by tomorrow your reply and finish with all those comments and ask Mike for another pass.
Okay. Thank you. That doesn't sound good. Okay. Let's continue on. See, there's there's information about summarization work. I think this is so. June and Mike, you've been working together on this.
Actually, the additional work on summarization is being done by some students, and we're talking about this requires changes in multiple repos. The first repo that gets changed is the OCM status add-on repo, enhancing the information that gets returned in a work status, and then we can change the KubeStellar repo to be able to use it in doing combined status combinations.
Okay. June, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think Mike already summarized what I want to say.
Okay. All right. So interns for open source, the program continues. We have one contributor or one intern for spring so far. But it's very early days. So I've happened upon a website called Handshake, just as a matter of information for all of you out there. It lists job and career fairs for folks that are in a lot of different universities, major universities. University of Alabama, University of Texas, major top-tier universities. And I thought it might be useful to use that as a recruiting tool for our interns for open source. Of course, these are unpaid jobs. They're unpaid internships at best, but I don't know if the owners of that site would appreciate me posting those types of opportunities, but I'm going to reach out to them and see if it can be used for that type of and as that type of springboard. So we'll see. Maybe that might be a way for us to solicit more membership in the internship program. But there are bigger plans for the summer. I'm presenting to Rensselaer again tomorrow at RPI, and so we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll get a few more takers from that program as well. Okay. KubeCon EU in London, April 1st to 4th. If you haven't gotten a hotel, well, you should book right now. Choices are getting slim. Okay, the CFP is closed. We're closed and awaiting selection. Some of the programs that take place on site that are not directly aren't talks themselves. Some of those selections have taken place already. We've been accepted for a lightning talk and something called contribfest, where folks can sign up to take a test drive of KubeStellar and maybe even contribute something back to the project. So we'll be thinking about this as a team and trying to come up with some scenarios that could work in front of a crowd of folks. I'm thinking anywhere between 5 and 15 folks might attend, and so we'd want to put our best foot forward to show a demonstration of how, not only how to install KubeStellar, but how to use it for something useful. So I'm hopeful that we can put our heads together and come up with something. Open to suggestions. I'll open the suggestion box now, and in the hopes that in the next week or two we can come in on some ideas. So I'd ask at the next meeting in about 2 weeks, folks that are on this call, if you can come back with some ideas about what we might expose the folks that attend that contribfest to, that would be great. All right, Franco's got a talk submitted. Paolo's got a couple talks submitted, both in the pre and the regular conference, and I've got some talks submitted as well. So we're waiting for those, and of course we've signed up for the partner pavilion as well. So we're waiting for word on those. That should come within the next 2 weeks. I think by the 21st, we should hear about the possibility of talks being accepted, and by the 28th, we should have a full-blown schedule as to what's going to take place on site there. Okay. Cornell SDF program. I know that this program is still it's ongoing, and we are up for renewal. It looks positive that we will continue with the good folks at Cornell. Bradley, is there anything you want to comment on here?
No, thank you. I don't have anything to add. Thanks.
Okay. I think they did get their PR in to add Cornell as an adopter, so I'll take this out. Okay. Anything we'd like to add or note? I know that release 26 Alpha 3 was released, and we're working on Alpha 4 now. Anything else we want to note on general development progress? Anything new? Okay. Is there anybody, I'll open the floor up. Does anybody on the call want to talk about anything specifically this time around, or I can yield time back? Okay, folks, again, Happy New Year. And if there's no other questions or comments, I'll go ahead and yield back. Thank you very much for your time today. See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you.